Happy Monday. Happy Monday, January 13th. I am Alina DeWall with the Walgrave Real Estate Group. I am recapping the Score North Minnesota Home Talk radio show. We do it every single week. We recap what the show had entailed on Saturday. It was at 7 a.m. Saturday, January 11th last week. There were a lot of good questions. There was a lot of chatter, super fun chatter. Jason predicted that the Vikings would win 28 to the 49ers 27. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. He was correct about the 27. I don't know how that happened. The 49ers were 27 and the Vikings fell short and were only 10. So we lost. He also predicted that the Packers would win, and he was right. The Packers won, unfortunately. That's okay. That's okay. There's always next year. Always next year, right? Minnesota sports, always next year. Some major things that they talked about this week, which were really fun, were 4 things not to do when trying to sell your house. Number 1 was do not over improve. Like, if you want to pay to have a new kitchen redone, but you don't want to pay too much when you get stuff done, right? So like you want to have a real estate agent that comes in and tells you or gives you an idea of something that what other comparables are doing, whether they're doing a full kitchen remodel for the same year and price as your home in the same neighborhood, or is it not worth it? So number 1, do not over improve your house. Number 2, do not over decorate. Always remember when you're listing your house to declutter. Get rid of as much stuff as you can. The things that you don't need every single day, just get rid of it. Like too many personal pictures on the wall, too many, shelves in the room, lots of furniture in one room. It's nice to declutter. It gives people the sense that a room feels bigger and can fit more stuff. Number 3, don't hang around. This is a big one. If you are selling your house, do not hang around if there is an open house or if there's a showing. Mike actually said this. It's like going on your first date, right? Like you're going to see your house, potentially your house for the first time. You want to feel what it feels like in there by yourself, not with the current owners. It just makes people feel a little uncomfortable. They have to feel like they can't be as honest about how they feel about it walking through. So remember, do not hang around. Please leave. If there's an open house at your house or showings, please leave. They don't take that long. Showings are typically 30 to 45 minutes long. Number 4, don't take things personally. Don't take anything personally. I always tell this to sellers. Even with feedback, take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, if it's good feedback that is helpful and useful, think about it, process it, but do not take it personally. Also, as professionals, if a real estate agent comes in and is telling you to take down, those wedding pictures or there's too many vacation pictures up, just don't take it personally, because you're going to take it down and then you're going to put it right back up into your new place. You want your buyers to come in and feel like they can make this house their own home, and that's one of the biggest things. So 4 things: don't over improve, don't over decorate, don't hang around, and do not take things personally. They also had another great topic about 4 things to get your home noticed on a hectic, crazy market. These are really good. Number 1 was photos. Take lots of professional photos. You want lots of good pictures on the market. Because what does everyone do? 90% of the time, everyone is looking online for houses. People are going through open houses, but mainly a lot of people are sitting on the couch, scrolling through their phones. They're finding things online. Take lots of professional photos. Make sure that they are, the way the resolution matters, the way that they're put on from like you don't want just a picture of a tree. You want the whole house. You want a good angle of the kitchen, a good angle of the bedrooms. They have to be high quality professional photos for it to make a difference. Again, Mike with his one-liners. Here's another one. It's like going online. It's like online dating. You're not going to put on a picture of yourself going, he said, being at the gym after a sweaty workout, protein shake all over yourself. You're going to put the best picture of yourself out there. So same thing with your house. Put the best picture of your house out there, and a handful of them. Number 2, invest in a good yard sign. You want to have a professional looking sign in your yard that says this is, this house is on the market. It's with a reputable broker. People notice those things. People can see what, whether it's RE/MAX Advantage Plus or RE/MAX Results, or all the other ones out there, they will notice a big difference if there's a professional sign out there. Number 3, you want to sell your lifestyle. You want people to know about the community. You're selling this house, and who better to sell this house personally than the owners, the people that have lived in the community, the people that know the neighbors, that know, is there a block party every year? Is there a 4th of July barbecue that everyone goes to? How's the school district? What things does the community do to engage its people that live there? Number 4, marketing on social media. You want to market your house on social media. You want it to be on Facebook. You want it to be on Instagram. You want it to be on Snapchat. You want it to be everywhere possible where people are looking constantly. People are constantly looking on social media. If your agent is not doing that, ask questions on why. Why are they not out there? Suggest that potentially could be a good thing, because it is. A lot of people will reach out to us and say, hey, I saw this house on Facebook. It was shared. Can you tell me a little bit more about it? So those are 4 good things to get your house noticed on a crazy market. Photos, yard sign, lifestyle, and marketing. Social media marketing is huge, 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 huge. All right, should we get on to the questions? There were some, I dropped my notes. There were some great questions this Saturday. Eric called and asked, is it smart to take a home equity line out for a retirement purchase, for a retirement house? It can be, Jason said it can be a good strategy, but you have to look at the whole picture. What are your plans for this house? Are you going to live there in a couple years? Are you going to rent it out? What are some, what is your end goal with this property before just going out to pull out a line of equity and having no idea? So make sure to look at the whole picture. Make sure what you're doing is the right fit for you in the long run. Just the whole picture. Make sure it's a good one. And then he asked another question. Is it best to hire a property management company to manage rentals? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. You want that separation between you and your tenant. You want a middleman, because you don't want to, like Mike was saying, it's hard to, if they're calling, if you have a tenant in your place and they're calling and saying, I'm late on rent, I can't make it this month. You give, people ask for an inch and you give them a mile, kind of. It's hard to say no. People give you their stories and you want to help them out, but then if they continue, some people will abuse it, and it's hard to say no once you've always said yes. So absolutely get a property management company to manage them. They're around $100 a month, I think, or I think it's first month's rent to place a tenant into your rental. It's a good option. Make sure to look around, do your research about your rental your management property to manage your properties. So then Dan asked another good question. Dan asked, how close are tax values to market value? They are plus or minus 10 to 20%. They can either be really, really high or really, really low. Very rarely are they spot on. They don't take in consideration, what has happened in the market in the last 6 months or the last year. They are taking numbers from valuations on the internet. They're gathering their resources differently because they don't actually get to go and walk through your house and see the upgrades and things that you have done or haven't done compared to your neighbors. So they're not always spot on it. It's always 10 to 20% difference. It could be plus or minus. The best bet to see what your house is worth is to call an agent. We do free CMAs. Reach out to us. We will come out and value your home for the correct price, and then you'll make the decision whether it's the right time to sell or stay. So remember that. If you want the most accurate valuation of your house, it's best if we can come through your house and do a walkthrough with you, and you can tell us all the updates, improvements that you have done or are planning to do, and then we'll discuss, a plan for you, what works for you guys, whether you need to paint walls or change carpet or update kitchen or bathrooms, or if you don't need to do any of that. It's always a good thing to just reach out, talk about it, ask questions. There's no harm in asking questions or having us come out and just look at it. Again, check them out on Saturdays, every Saturday morning, Score North, AM 1500, 7 a.m., Jason Walgrave and Mortgage Mike. Have a great day, you guys.